think so.
From Damboskid.
Okay. Now you're just not too much in your girl.
Precisely.
Yeah, Biggie. Okay. Well, Biggie, will I get there for you? True.
Time will tell.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
Zita,
Yes, big brother.
kindly remember, it is only in the darkest nights that stars truly shine.
Yes, big brother. Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, Biggie.
Your diary session has come to an end.
Thank you, big brother.
You may now leave the diary room and enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, Biggie. Thank you. Biggie, can you don't make his back, please? Please. Oh.
Welcome to Livestream, Big Shot. We're getting the hang of it. So, welcome to Arrow House Entertainment's Big Brother Naija live stream. Obviously, we're streaming the show live. We cannot stream everything because we don't own the rights to the show. And DSTV, MultiChoice, and Big Brother, they don't play, so they will take this stream down. But we'll try and show you as much of the stream as possible. Before that, we were talking to ourselves about what happened during the week. So let's recap for like a third time. All of that was prep. Basically, Sunday evictions, right? Ivatar, Doris, and
Big Soso.
Big Soso. So 3 ladies leave the house on Sunday. As if that wasn't enough, on Monday we had 3 more fake evictions, right? Yeah. So we had
Rooboy, Dede, and Joana
leave the house. So apparently, how did that even happen?
It just started from a phone call.
Right.
Just pray you don't attend to the raw phone call this week.
Yeah. So they picked the phone. Did Big Brother give them any message?
So the message was, you have been evicted, Joana. Kindly pick someone, and she picked Dede.
Yeah.
So I know how it goes. Dede and Joana, they've been chilling in the fake eviction room. Followed by the call again that came in, which Rooboy picked. He also was evicted in the fake way. So the 3 of them are all there, but they still enjoy the benefits that other housemates enjoy in their house.
So before we get to the benefits, I want to talk quickly about the irony of what's going on, because everybody in the house is actually here feeling sorry for the people that have gotten evicted. Yesterday we saw the diary room of, I saw 3, Shakoin, Kola, and Isabella. I don't know if there were more. I know that Kola is having a seriously tough time. He's been emotional, talking about Rooboy and Joana. He feels guilty that Joana got evicted because he was apparently supposed to pick up the call, and then as he was about standing up, Joana goes to pick the call instead. So he feels guilty for that, and he also feels bad for Rooboy. He said he knows how hard Rooboy has worked for this entire thing, and how much he wants it. So what do you think of like Kola's tough time, let's say, in the house this past day or 2?
I think the thing with Kola is, I think it gets to be unlucky sometimes.
Right.
Okay, relationship wise, let's say whenever he tends to like have that little, his old relationship with Dede, how he started from being one of the fishes to being left out to competing with the other 2 guys, which is Coin and Jason J. So I see it as him being unlucky. So before Dede went out, they were really cool, and actually their relationship was now actually getting to mean something. So Dede's fake eviction is going to really take it toll on him. One, because this is going to play in 2 ways. So now they are thinking, okay, I think this housemate, they actually be evicted for you. he might now be tilting towards his sister brother bromance with Imisi.
Right.
So now instead of not having that brotherly sister kind of love,
Right.
the love might go on to another level. And I remember Rooboy asking Dede about Kola that what does she think about Kola? He was saying, Kola is a nice guy. That Kola was even asking her that when they get out, he wants to meet her mom. I was like, wow, that's actually so cool of him. Then Rooboy that jokingly said, I think you are starting to like him. She was like, yes, but there's something that she's very sure that once she gets back to the house, there's a possibility that he might actually be having something with another female housemate before they get back, which has already happened with our other fish, which is Koi. Koi is now in a very close whatever. I don't know what that ship is with Isabella. So that's it. I just feel every aspect to just focus on their game at this point, because most of them are taking friendship, relationship over the prize.
So that is basically Kola. This guy Coin is on his Mr. Ladies Man. Even Big Brother was teasing him. Isabella says she's missing her family. Yesterday in her diary room, she said she's really missing her son. She wasn't able to. Obviously, her son's birthday just passed.
I think it was Tuesday or so.
Last Tuesday.
Yeah, I think so.
But Big Brother was like, he had a bunch of celebrities wish him happy birthday, so he's sure it's not that
because
bad.
I saw a lot of gifts being handed to the guy.
Sorry.
Man City, I think the Man City fan, Man City jersey, money gifts, like a whole lot.
So Isabella is also having a new romance with Coin as well.
Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Coin. More like a Jay-Z and millennial thing.
So moving on, today's just before you guys, who is about to go into this?
That's Denari.
Denari, okay. I feel like we should listen in and then we'll come back to Zita.
It was really touching me. My head can't be touched. Like, what think they happen for this place? We think they go on, but I don't want to think about it anymore. And if Biggie had not asked me about it, Biggie, if to say you not asked me, you have reminded me of something I don't even want to remember again for till Sunday. So like Sunday evening, before we sit down and wait for the Sunday show, I don't even want to think about it again, because sometimes I think about it, but I just block it out from my head immediately. Sharp. I think about Doris and I'm like, nah. Because he's going to get me my feelings again. I'm going to feel like, and in this house, to me, Doris, I made her home. In this house, I made her home. Listen, I made her home in this house. Yeah. I could say anything, speak to her about anything. She always had plans. Me, I don't like planning for some kind of things. I like it to, when it comes first, then we figure it out. But she always had plans, and the day before she left, I told her, some things you make plans for sometimes. I look at you, I'm like, why are you planning for something that you don't even know if it's going to happen? You don't even know. You just plan every time you're planning. I told her, you plan so much that you make all this contingency plan and you make all these second plans and second options, plan B, plan C, And sometimes at that moment, I'm looking at you like, this girl is so weird. Planning, making plans and, organizing things that she doesn't. But then in 2 days or 1 day later, I started discovering that, oh, wow. Thank God she actually planned for this thing. Oh, that thing she planned for yesterday. Oh, that thing she talked about yesterday. Or that thing she made all these arrangements and organized for yesterday. It don't happen today. I don't see and see, oh, more. Wow, it's a really good thing she did plan for all that. That's what I told her. I told her sometimes you plan for things and then it starts happening the next day or 2 days later. I'm like, wow, that thing you were talking about since, and that thing you planned for the other day that I was thinking, come on now. But yeah, so she was my person.
So Speaking of strategic, one of the most strategic people left the house this week. That's Doris. I'm Team Doris. I guess I could say I was Team Doris. I don't know her directly, but I know a little bit about her career. I know she's been on radio. She's an actress. So when I heard that she was in the house, I was like rooting for her because she's so hardworking. From what we saw of the diary room so far, I know that Isabella mentioned that she really misses her.
Yeah, they were part of they call them Coven ladies, 3 Coven ladies, Isabella, Sultana,
Yeah.
and who's the third person? And Doris, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Coven sisters.
Who did we just see on the diary room?
Today?
Yeah, today. Just now.
Denari.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Denari is Doris's lover, and we just saw him in the diary room. He also was speaking at length about like his relationship with Doris and what he admired so much about Doris. You know, her motherly nature. Some people feel she's annoying, but he sees her as being really kind. And he also mentioned that she's super strategic, like she always had a plan. Like even things that he wasn't considering, she would consider it. And you know, later in the actual tasks, he would later realize why she was taking it so seriously. So you are the Big Brother expert. What do you think of like Doris's personality? What can we say about her now that she's out of the house?
Doris' personality, when she was in the house, I think what I would say is people actually did misunderstand her a lot based on the fact that her kind of personality is more of this commanding, which might come out as okay, maybe she's proud. Why is she controlling? Okay, controlling in the sense that okay, she and her boyfriend. I think she had the thing initially, the first week, second week with Kola. But I think it all fell apart later on.
Right.
But with Denari, it was kind of different. Even Gigi asked me before she left, she was like, Denari now seems like a puppy dog or lap dog in her words right now, based on the fact that Doris always wanted Denari in her space, wanted her to dance specifically with just her, talk to her, eat only her food.
Yeah, he said something about her not liking him eating other people's food.
Well, aside that, I'll just say those things are just probably maybe all that perspective of people. So I think it's just people's perspective. But for me, left to me, I think she's kind of sweet aside the whole. She's commanding, she's proud, she can be dominating at times. So I think that's her personality and it's just her. So Doris, do you?
So speaking of like before we get into other evictees and you know everybody's diary room, do you think like what do you think would be the psyche of a person in the house? Because I'm learning now they can't even watch football, right?
They can't watch football now.
There's no live TV. There's no TV at all.
There's no TV. They want to watch the TV. It's going to be the eviction. Maybe they want to show them the nomination. Maybe they want to show them certain stuff they've done, which might end them a strike or whatever. That's when they're entitled to like have the TV on.
No TV, no phones. How do you think that like plays on them psychologically? Because all they have is each other in the house. Like, can we blame them for like? Can we say this is like an authentic like representation of how human beings behave if they have nothing and they're just in a house with each other?
I think if I answer that question correctly, I would say it's an adaptive process.
Okay.
For like their housemate, because this is something in which they are not like really used to. So being in a close space with 20 or 30 other housemates, different background, different culture, everybody with their own behavior, and you have to like find a way to coexist together. And apart from even coexisting, yes, you might have somebody just to offend you daily. You can't say, okay, I need to go cool off. Where do you want to cool off? You stay in a closed space where you still see that particular person.
So even that, I think it was Zita that was asking Big Brother if she could have like a private room.
room.
So
Where
they
she
don't
can-
allow the private room.
No, there's no private room. So I think she said something about having a private room where she can like let it all out, shout, punch something. So now it's more like you starting from scratch, having to make certain connection with certain people to keep your sanity.
Right.
And all of those things. Some people actually enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like during the Mrs. Diary session yesterday, she said, I think the people asked her if she actually did miss her phone or what was she missing on the outside.
Right.
And she said she's really enjoying it, not being without like a phone this long. That she's coping with it, she's actually enjoying it because yes, she has like the right set of people with her supporting who she can call maybe her friend, and if she's going to say she misses someone, like maybe the location, her friends house and all of those stuff. But now she has learned to like live without her phone. So that's a lesson for every one of us. That phone that we think we can't do without on the daily is just when circumstance or whatever comes, it just comes naturally that oh, judge you can live without this. So that's it for me. Just an adaptive process, and we all adapt in different ways.
Right. So moving on very quickly, the next evictee, Soso. So I don't know a lot about her. From what I heard, people say she's like a borderly figure. Was she head of house at any point?
Yeah, she was head of house for a day with Sultana. Yes,
Okay.
Sultana.
What did you think of Soso?
So you just mentioned the word. There's no Soso without having a mother to it. So Soso was like a mother to. She had like a clique, the Isabella, the Sultana clique, and she had her children, which she regarded them as children. So she always sees herself as someone um, um, who had this elder figure or motherly figure where you can just come up to her for like advice and all of those things. So I think that might have come from her coming from a background where she's like the eldest and has a lot of younger ones. So actually during our time at the house, we actually enjoyed Big Soso's motherly nature, especially towards Jason J, towards Rooboy and the other guys in the house, which she was like their mother.
Then finally, Ivatar. Ivatar seemed like a fan favorite, no?
Ivatar. I like Ivatar because of the fact that she doesn't take any nonsense. She doesn't look like someone that is really troublesome. Now you might want to judge her like the tattoo and all those stuff. But one thing about Ivatar is when it's time to speak up, she knows when it's time to like fight for herself. Tell you, guy, what you did is wrong. I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. She's someone that picks tone. Like every wrong tone, you are going to be corrected like instantly, and that's Avatar. And when she got evicted, I saw a clip where she and Doris were visited by her daughter. It was a cute moment, a very cute.
She was visited by her daughter.
Her daughter, yes. I think her daughter is about 14 years old.
In the house?
Outside the house when she got evicted.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of, right, that's going back to the diary room. So Isabella mentioned that was a connection she had with Ivatar because they're both single moms.
Okay.
So she really misses Ivatar and Doris. What do you think about their relationship?
The relationship between
Ivatar and Isabella.
Ivatar and Isabella. Was there a time where I saw Isabella and Ivatar together? But maybe yes, they have this common thing together, which is being single mother. Isabella has a son whose birthday was I think last week.
Yeah.
I think his name is Jason. What's Jason? I can't really remember.
She got really
Happy
emotional.
birthday in areas to Isabella's son, and it was really surprised.
So she got really emotional when she started talking to Big Brother about her son. I think Big Brother tried to console her by reminding her that a bunch of celebrities wished him happy birthday.
Her son got lots of surprise gifts. Jesse, I saw him putting on Master. I think he's a Man City fan. The Man City Jesse, different surprise cash gifts and all of this stuff. So it is actually another cute moment. So
speaking of, so Isabella and Kanye relationship brewing. She seemed pretty happy. She said she's finally connecting with Kanye. What do you think?
I think
Are you shipping them?
I think love won. So the way I think love won, but at the expense of another. Because don't forget that what's his name? Kaikumi was Isabella's first love. Kaikumi came out and was still rooting for Isabella that okay, I'm expecting Isabella to come out and we continue from like where we stopped. So where does this now leave Kaikumi? So I think the way it is now is more like it's a game for Coin and it's a game for Isabella. But who knows? Time will tell. Isabella and Coin. Well, it's actually cute because now they think Dede has been evicted.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Dede is going to feel coming back and hearing this, even though they say they're just besties.
Thank you. That was a very good segment. So just a quick reminder, you're looking here. Sometimes look at the camera too.
Yeah, okay.
So thank you for that segue, right? Speaking of the people that are fake evicted, so Kola in his diary room was super emotional as well about Rooboy, stating that he knows how hard Rooboy has worked to be on the show. He was emotional, he was tearing up. And you said, so apparently Rooboy and Joanna got a letter saying they're safe.
It was Joanna and Dede
that got their letter. So Rooboy doesn't have a letter yet.
I don't know if he has gotten his letter too, because the letter stated that that they shouldn't be scared that they are still in black envelope or so. So that was stated that they are safe. So that was it. I don't think Rooboy has gotten it, but I think it's still also a fake eviction.
Okay, so like I said, Kola was super emotional about that, but you said they are enjoying life with the other side.
They enjoy life. They should just live there on the island. Why the mainland people suffer?
So yeah, let's move on to the ones we saw today. So Zita is feeling the strain of only being here for her immunity. So she still has immunity or has her immunity run out?
Zita, I don't think so. Zita is also up for eviction this week.
So her immunity has run out?
Yeah.
So what she said in her own diary room was that if she leaves this week, she might as well have left before, because in her head it's like, was she only here because she had immunity?
But she already had immunity. Okay, she wanted the house, then the next week she was paid also. But I think she's actually playing her game well. She's playing this game of I'm low-key in the house. I don't think people pay attention to me that much to even want to nominate me or something. I think most nomination now even comes from them having to pick the red envelope. So I don't think that. I think she sees herself as this lucky person in the house, and she doesn't want to draw much attention to herself.
Right.
Same gameplay as Tracy. So I think they are both playing that same game.
Right. So you think, so what games, before we go back to them, what games would you say each character, what the character plays in the house? So we already talked about the mother of the house, right?
That's Big Soso.
Or the mothers of the house.
The mothers of the house. If you are going to have another mother in the house, who would it be? Mothers in the house. I think it was just
Soso
Big
and Doris.
Soso. Doris was not really playing the whole mother thing. Doris is someone, if you give her glass, she's giving you the boost.
Yeah, but Denari did say that she had that character, but she would remind herself that she's in the game. Yeah. But she was so strategic.
Yeah, she didn't use that card.
Then you say Zita, and who else are
Zita,
the low-key ones?
Zita and Tracy, they are the low-key ones.
And there are any other characters? What of the men?
Culture is playing this our usual bro game. You guys, I need to remind you of my background, where I'm coming from. So that's kind of Culture's game plan. So the whole I'm broke thing, I can't go back now. I came to this Big Brother show with just 1,000 naira in my account, all of those things. So that's kind of culture's game. Then Rooboy, we know Rooboy to be very energetic, wants to be cool with everybody.
Yeah, everybody in their own recaps.
The funny guy, I don't want to be in the bad books, but it's not possible.
Yeah, everybody in their recap mentioned how they miss. I forget who said she actually misses his voice in the house. Like he's a ray of sunshine and like was being super positive.
So that is Rooboy. Then Coin is really playing the game. Like you said, he doesn't want to be known for just being the fine boy. Nah, but he's really strategic with like every move he makes. Um, Mensa is someone I don't really know where to like place him. I think he's just taking each week step by step, step by step. That's Mensa. So Mensa is just vibe for now. Vibe and luck. But I think he's actually the luckiest guy in the house.
So we also saw Denari's diary. Obviously, Denari is Doris's lover.
I think Doris was actually playing on the fact that he has like a sheep team. So now that Doris is out, so I'm very sure his confidence level now it has been reduced, and he now feels he's having that doubt of, am I strong? Do I actually have that fan out there? Am I going to survive this week? So he's actually really having that doubt now that he's not like in any sheep in the house. And I think yesterday was trying to like be all touchy with like Imisi. I don't know, maybe it's another sheep growing out there, but let's see how it goes. Imisi, that's another strong character. She's someone who is giving us this I don't care attitude. I'm going to dress the way I want to dress. I'm going to talk the way I want to talk. I want to be portrayed as this evitable rascal, and that's it. So,
and then, what do you think of the head of house? So this babe does not seems to have beef. That is Isabella, and then Zita says she doesn't really mind that as head of house. So what do you think of Thelma as head of house this week?
Thelma as head of house this week. I think people are not really putting so much attention on the head of house as it was from week 1 to probably week 6, which what's his name, and which the military regime, which Faith just handed over to Thelma. So I think majority of all the necessary responsibilities has already been put in place, and now that they're not really as much as they were before, so it's less responsibility, less fight, less chaos. So I think everybody now knows what they're supposed to do each time. So it's now less stress, less work on the head of house. So I think Thelma's main focus now is just having to make sure that the wager is being won this week, and they have food and money to shop the following week. So that is it. So it's less pressure now this time around.
So explain what you mean by military regime, because we know last week was bare minimum week. So what's the military regime and what was bare minimum week like?
So last week was military regime with Faith. Faith won head of house, and the first thing he did was because when you win head of house, Big Brother calls you for this battery change. People, but in the rule book, the head of house is meant to like take the batteries to the housemate and have them change their batteries. But the first policy he put in place was housemates. If you want to be seen, according to in his own words, if you want to sing, if you want to be seen, if you want to be heard, I'm going to place this battery at a certain corner in the house. And when it is time for a battery change, you guys come down wherever you are and change your battery. So I think that sits well with Faith at that particular point. So I felt it was really too obsessed with the whole head of house thing. I think they had like a backtrack, people were saying it was too controlling. he had a fight with Missy also. Missy didn't want to respect him and all of those things. So it was a real military regime because the whole housemates were not comfortable at all. And even during the um, Saturday party, when the song came up, this is the video song from that says, "Be like you don't want to talk too much." They had to drag Faith to the middle. Then they surrounded him. Then be like you don't need to talk too much. Be like you don't need to do too much. And everybody said referring to like Faith when it was being serenaded in the middle. So it was actually a fun and a content filled week thanks to Faith bringing in those drama. So bare minimum week. Now we're enjoying the soft life. Abi, Jaja.
Yeah. So what's about the soft life?
So soft life now they get to sleep on their bed, no more stove. Even viewers.
So you didn't actually describe bare minimum week, what they lost, the perks they lost, or how they were dealing with the week. No mattress.
So for bare minimum week, I think Biggie took out he brought in wooden chairs and tables for them in place of their normal chairs that they had in the house. So everything was taped. Do not sit. Then instead of having to use the gas, they were given stove and kerosene. So more like going back to the 90s way of doing things. So instead of having the when you want to roast a milk and roll it on your gas, so I think they had this mortar and pestle. Then what else? What else did they take? So instead of having their mattress, they had mats, traditional mats in place of that. So it was really bare minimum week, and they couldn't use the pool, and also they couldn't use their washing machine. So anyone that needed to wash that week, you need to scrub. So it's really bare minimum. So Jaji, those housemen went without their gas, chairs, washing machine, the pool, but still they survive. So Jaji, what is your excuse? Why can't you do without your phone?
I
Why
can't
can't
now.
you do
It's my
without
phone
data?
here. My phone is not here.
Why can't you do without data for a week?
My phone is not here now.
For a week, do you think you can cope with that?
Without my phone?
Yes, for a week.
Most likely. My laptop might be a bit of a. Actually, I can't. I can cook, but I have to dedicate reliant on that phone for me to not have a phone.
Do you think you are able to use? You'll be able to use like a stove?
Yeah,
Can you fix it?
that is that kerosene one.
Yes.
I don't think I've used that in my life actually. The firewood one might even be more distinct because if budget there's no lighter now, how do you light your?
In a bare minimum context, Jaji will survive.
No, I must survive. I must survive.
Jaji will survive.
But on that note, we've tried this live streaming thing. It's not as easy as it seems. Anybody that wants to get into live streaming, I promise you, just you can try it, but it's not easy. But you can subscribe to Arrow House Entertainment. We will be streaming Eviction Night on Sunday, and from next week we'll have a more consistent schedule once we really figure this out. Of course, we don't own the rights to Big Brother, so there's only so much we can show, but we'll try our best. Thank you, Fish, for joining me
Always.
on this live stream. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Arrow House Entertainment, and on Twitch, Arrow House Entertainment. And yeah, we'll see you on Sunday for Eviction Night.
Definitely. I mean, Fish.
Jaji Prime, see you on Sunday.
Wise man, Jaji.
That's it.